the current security challenges in Nigeria are as a result of the growing rate of moral decadence in the country and not caused by ethnicity and religion as canvassed in some quarters, so says the Director General, National Orientation Agency, NOA Garba Abari. Speaking at a media parley at the NOA headquarters in Abuja to review the agency's successes, Abari said the agency has played a strategic role in addressing the recent Lassa fever outbreak in some parts of the country and enlightening citizens on the closure of Nigerian land borders, a fight against Boko Haram insurgency and the current coronavirus scare. Clevy TV's Rose Aldu has the details.
Briefing the media, the Director General, National Orientation Agency, Garba Abari, said Lassa fever is not a new phenomenon in the country and that the government has worked with stakeholders to ensure that the epidemic is curtailed. He advised Nigerians not to panic over the coronavirus scare as the government has mounted surveillance at the various land borders and entry points to ensure that those coming in are properly screened to prevent the virus from getting into the country.
Despite the challenges in the health sector, Nigerians were properly mobilized. Resources that were available were also equally mobilized, and we fought effectively and checked the spread of Ebola in this country. That was a feat. That was a feat. If the coronavirus disease comes to Nigeria, I think we will also collectively fight it and contain it. As we are aware, our government has stepped up surveillance in various ports of entry, especially the airports, to ensure that those coming from countries with high incidences of the disease are properly screened and checked before they are admitted into the country. The Lassa fever disease. It is a disease that has lived with us for a very long time, with a seasonal occurrence and a reoccurrence. Directors of the National Orientation Agency have been asked to take the campaign to the grassroots through partnership with the respective health ministries in the states.
On insecurity in the country, Garba Abari blamed parents for neglecting to monitor the activities of their children, especially those engaged in social media, and its attendant consequences, while advising parents to take up the challenge to educate their children and instill discipline into them. The National Orientation Agency boss implored all Nigerians to come up with possible solutions, just as the government is intensifying efforts at curbing insurgency in the country.
So where did we get it wrong? The issue is the nature of the environment has to be properly contextualized. You are dealing with a culture that can hardly be regulated. Hardly be regulated. This thing that you are holding in your hands, can do anything. It can do anything. It has perverted adults and had perverted young men. So crime actually is something that we all have to put hands together and as a collective fight it. Most importantly, the home must be actually be revisited so that it becomes the foundational level at which the character of the child is built. We are concerned by the rising cases of killings around the country, and so is government. It is actually worrisome that at this period, the killing is targeted at both the young and the old, the religious and the not so religious. We acknowledge the tension in the country over security problems and hope that with all Nigerians, we will find solutions to the problem.
The National Orientation Agency Director General also assured that the agency is currently sensitizing citizens, especially those in rural areas, to ensure that insecurity in the country becomes history. According to him, the land border closure policy has salutary effects on the economy as more Nigerians are now more productive, especially in the area of agriculture. Rose Audu, reporting for Clearview Television.